Okay, so the only foolproof way to check and see if your chicken or turkey is done and above safe levels is to check its temperature. Okay, so I have here what's called a bimetallic thermometer. Okay, and you can get these. I got this one at Sam's Club. They were 2 for like $5. And this is great because you can use it for just about everything, roasts and you know, checking temperatures on custards and stuff like that. Okay, so the way that you have to calibrate it or make sure that it is the correct temperature is to put it in ice water, okay, and just wait until it stops moving. And you want to make sure that the temperature is at 32 degrees, which is the freezing point. So if you're in ice water, it's basically just at the point of being frozen, okay? It looks like it's calibrated already. So if it wasn't calibrated, you would take your little wrench, I guess that's on the end of it, stick that in here and twist it until it reaches 32 degrees. But this one is nice calibrated, okay? And so we're going to stick the pokey part right into the thigh meat of the chicken. Try not to touch any bones because you're not getting a true temperature if that's the case. And you want to, the magic number for chicken or turkey is 165. Alright, so since we are upside down, I can just poke it right into here. Alright. And again, wait till it stops moving. See how high the temperature is. Okay, so my bird has come out of the oven, and actually if you cook it in the bag breast side up, this is what the top of your bird will look like, and it's got a nice golden brown color on it, but I cared more about the flavor than the color, so I flipped her over. Now you can actually get in there with a paring knife and just separate the breast from what they call the keel bone. It's right here in the middle. Okay, so I'm just going to actually, with my hands, it's cool enough now so I can do this, just take that whole breast off of there. Alright, and I'm going to remove the skin. And I have a lovely knife from my knife set. If you don't have a nice carving knife like this, you can just use your regular chef's knife, and that's okay. And we're going to cut against the grain. Alright, and it's just nice, smooth motions. Alright, everyone's always hacking away at that old turkey. We're going to make it nice and easy on ourselves. Alright, and we've got nice slices. Just going to put that on my plate here, and I can already tell this chicken's going to be nice and juicy. Alright, and here is the leg, and I'm just, see how nice that is. It's just falling off the bone. I'm just going to put that right on the platter. But you can, if you want, you can take your knife and go right in to the leg and just pop it off. I know lots of people like to eat the leg all intact, but wow, this meat is so juicy, it's just really falling off the bone. Alright, and I've got my stuffing in here, and let me grab a spoon, and I'm just going to take that right out of the bird. Smells terrific. Looks like it's set up nicely. You want to think of it kind of like a savory bread pudding. That's really what a stuffing is. Alright, so if this were a turkey, it would have a lot more meat, but this is all we need for dinner. And I'm going to make a gravy out of the drippings from the chicken. Okay, so I'm going to make my gravy, and what a gravy is a roux, which is a combination of flour and fat. And I used the fat from the drippings of the chicken. Okay, and I'm just mixing it with some flour. Just use a whisk. Okay, we don't want to wind up with lumpy gravy. And this is the step that everyone, you know, forgets to do, which is to whisk up the roux really well, and that's why we have those lumps in gravy that we don't want. I'm going to ask my husband to get the stock out of the microwave for me. Alright, and mix up that roux. And actually we're going to cook our roux for just a minute, just until we smell a little bit of a nutty flavor coming out of the flour. Because if we put the stock in it right now, it's going to have a little bit of that raw flour flavor. So we're just going to cook it a couple minutes. Okay, so we're starting to smell a slightly nutty smell coming from the roux. So I know that I'm ready to pour in my stock. And what you want to do is, honey, if you could come and zoom in on me here. Just pour in a little bit of stock at a time. And incorporate each addition before adding more. Again, that's going to get rid of those lumps. So you want to just keep whisking until all those lumps are gone, and then you can continue to add more stock. Okay, we have a nice uniform mixture of our roux and our stock. And so I'm just going to let this cook until it thickens. You may want to turn it up a little bit, because the higher temperature you're at, the quicker it'll thicken. But you've got to watch it, because you don't want the bottom of your pan to burn, and then you've ruined your gravy. So we have our nice, thick, smooth gravy. I used a brown stock that I made. Which is you brown the bones in the oven along with the mirepoix, and then make the stock from that. Okay, so just a little bit of gravy. Okay, and here is our test run Thanksgiving dinner. Thank you for joining me on Think for Your Supper. Stay tuned for many more sides and desserts for your healthy, rethinking Thanksgiving. See you next time.